Good morning, it's Tales from Studio WyldFurr, and I'm back again for another Monday morning map build. So, I've got GIMP open, version 3.0.2, and I've got my map tiles over here. Whoops, I've just made them full screen, they didn't need to be. So I'll just pop that window there. So let's start making something. So let's go create. I'm going to use my template, assuming it's still here somewhere. Or did it get wiped? Oh no! I think it got wiped. Did it get wiped? Is it down here? Hello? No, it got wiped. Oh, let's make a new template. So, because I'm bad at math, and this is probably a good way to show this. Okay, so my map tiles. Let me bring this over. Okay, my map tiles are 180 pixels square. So I'm making a 10 by 10 map grid. So it's 180 times by the number of grid squares. So that's 10. So it's 1,800. So let's go 1,800 because it's going to be square. Now I'm going to go to advanced options. I'm going to change this to 72 because we're 72 pixels per inch on the screen. We're going to be RGB color. This can stay, that can stay, and that can stay, that can stay. All the rest of this can stay as it is. And let's just say adventure map. Whoops. Made in GIMP. Do we want to go background color? Let's see if we can just make it. Wait. Usually I like to go a different color, but that should be good. Did I? Okay, so we want to turn on our grid. Show grid. Oh, why does it look so small? Hang on. Let's do this again. I think so. I changed something. Why is this weird? Okay, this is being very, very weird. Oh, it's in millimeters. Doi. 1,800. 1,800 pixels. That's what we needed. 72. Okay. Which then means if I do this, that looks better. Okay, so down to snap to grid. Okay, and that is our map set up. So let's create this as a template. So let's go create template. Call it 10 by 10 adventure map. I think I lost my template because I loaded a new version. I wiped GIMP and then reloaded it back on again. So that's probably why I lost all my settings. But anyway, okay, so we're in the move tool. First thing I'll do is create some folders. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go ground, floor, walls, and features. There we go, and then we just take them all out of it, because when you create them they all end up docked within each other. And then put that back up the top. So it wants to be ground floor walls feature. Let's start building. Now, I think I'm doing over this side at the moment, so let's just quickly make some large grassed areas. So let's just bulk a 5x5 and a 3x3. And a 2x2. Actually, that's a 2x1. Let's use a 2x2 quicker. There we go. So this needs to go into our ground. There we go. Whoops. And then we don't need that anymore. So into our floor. Well, actually, I'm going into our walls first because I'm going to quickly drop down a wall down through there. Now I'm using the Dungeon Map Tiles 6 pack, and let's grab our brick walls. There we are, and I'm just going to quickly, pickle out. No, I'm just going to have this on move. Let's just quickly plonk these down. Okay, so we got this one. There we go. I might zoom in a little bit as well. So how everyone doing for Easter? This is Easter Monday. If you follow that kind of thing, unfortunately I don't. To me, it's just Monday. Whoops, wrong button. What am I doing? Oh, okay, let's go. View, zoom, fitted window. That's what we want. Okay. Let's come back up here. In the move tool. There we go. So I'm going to do the edge of the wall out and around here. Because that way, once the edge is blocked in, and because I'm making these 10x10 maps so that I can put multiple together, the edges all have to sort of mesh up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did that come over? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where it goes. And then there's a doorway there and a doorway there. Come down here. And the same thing. So I'm pretty certain it goes there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have to do the same thing in here. this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So then we just pop in the little doorway. Oh, actually, I'll just quickly block in the walls. There like that. And down there. So that's going to be a doorway, that's going to be a doorway. Same as that. And that. There we go. And up the top here. Whoops. And then, okay, so now I'm going to need my cornerstones and doorways folders. And the cornerstones. There we go. And down the side here. And down the bottom. I'll have to do a live stream where I show how these are meant to work in Fantasy Grounds and Foundry. But where's my drink? Num num num. Okay, so how am I going to make inside here? So I could do multiple little rooms. I'm thinking multiple little rooms along here. Or could be in this inside. How could I? Little two by two. So this could be a 3. This could be a 3. This could have a little hallway down here. So I'm in my walls folder. So let's make this first. So if we have a little room, so we have a 3 by 3 room on each end here. Let's just get rid of this. Then, if we put a small window like this, just here. Now this is going to go into the floor folder because it's got a piece of floor in it. And I will quickly fill in the floor. Brickwork floor. Reno floor, good. Let's just go and quickly fill it in. go. So that's that room done. So then if I do the same thing up here, so I'll fill in the floor again. So we're going to have one there. So we're going to have a window tile there. So I'll get rid of that. Come back to this layer. Pop this piece here. Let me grab this piece. Just there like that. Now I'll grab the wall section, which is actually back in our walls. So where is it? Here it is. And then small window. There we are. Now I will scroll back up and go back to our walls and put the walls for this in. So I'm actually going to have entry here around this way. Which means we will close off here. There'll be only a doorway here. So let's pop in that one. Scroll down, back down, do the same thing here. There we go. And put a wall for there. There we go. Right, so you come in here, or you come in here. So make this a large. How to do this? Could make this a little closet. I think we actually will, so I'm going to use the dead ends. Where are the dead ends? Passageways and dead ends. Which means I'll get rid of these two, because I'll do the same thing either side. So I'll put a door over there and over there. Actually, this could come to room here, or just have this come around. What about if we just do that? This could be a closet here as well. So if we get rid of that one, back up to our passageways and dead ends, grab that one. Let's go back over here, do the same thing. So we then have lots of little rooms to make it a separate section. That's my thought. That's my thought anyway. So if we do this, so there's going to be a doorway there, so I need a flat piece here. And close this off here. Yep, that cornerstone can go there. So we will then need come back up, grab one of these pieces, pop it in here. So let's go and do the same thing down here. So there'll be a room here. That one. So then we use all our corners. And a cornerstone. Okay, so we a doorway there. See, I'm thinking of a hallway around here. So let us just put our hallway in. So I will need like a rounded corner here, and then some walls. There we go. I'll have it come along here. So doorway here, doorway here. Let's go and put that in over the top here. Like that. And like that. And then one of these pieces here. So I spent yesterday doing a bit of 3D modeling and made the 3D map for the cube, which is a large three-dimensional object. Hopefully I'll get to render it up later today. We'll see how we go for time. But I have to work out how to texture it. Because it is it's a stone, meant to look like a stone cube with grunge all over it. And the grunge is like, forests and whatnot. So that goes there. And then again over this side. Like that. Same here. So it's going to be interesting to see how I can turn the basic 3D object into what I see in my mind's eye. I could take this out. Instead of having a dead end, I could have it come around. How about I do that? So get rid of that. Get rid of that. We're going to need a cornerstone here, like that. Then we're going to need some walls. Like that. And that. And coming back around. That. There. Hopefully I'm still in the right folder. Yep. Okay, so that connects around through there. Let's come back over this side. Do the same thing. So I need a bit of wall. Another bit of wall there. And a corner. Which is this bit. There we go. So now we have a big long hallway coming around here. Do I want it to connect up here? Yeah, I'm leaning towards saying yes. I think it would connect. Let's use our passageways and just that one. And this one. There we go. So we then have a room here, room here, room here. Lots of rooms. Lots of rooms, lots and lots of rooms. I like the idea of that. So let's just fill them in. They're only 10 by 10. Could be guest rooms. So that's a bit of wall and a corner. There we go. So go over to the other side, make the same thing. See, you could be making adventure maps just like this for your own personal games, because you make it in GIMP just like this, and then you export the a PNG or a WebP for your own personal game in Fantasy Grounds, Roll20, Foundry. There we are. So 2 little rooms. So I have another 2 here. But should I make a hallway go through here? We could have rooms with adjoining sections. Is what I'm thinking. Or these could be larger rooms. Let's just make some rooms here. So these 2 rooms here. Let me just pop those in first. visitors' quarters. Or the, the servants. Getting close to being completed. There we go. Now, the interesting part will be this piece. How am I going to do this? I'm thinking corridor along the front. So how about... Or it could be one big room and then two little ones. What happened to all the tiles I put out here? They have disappeared. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. I don't know what I did. I'm still in my walls folder, aren't I? Yeah. They disappeared. Okay, so scroll back down there. Hello? There we go. Every now and then when I grab a tile, it doesn't drag over. I don't know why. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I like the idea. No. Don't want to open it in Photoshop. So I like the idea of having a big window here. Let's go to our floor, because that's where I'll need to end up. Get rid of that, because I'll put entryways in here. So cornerstones, doorways, so it's going to be that I need. But I need it to be in... Where are we? In the walls. There and there. And put that there. That there. Chuck in the corners over here. And where is it here? So this could just be a large private apartment. With two... Should I have the doorways in the middle? No. doorway should be on the outer edges. Outside, so here. So we would put a wall section here like this. Like that. Then one here and one at the top here. Coming into, so there's going to be two little square rooms here. There we go. So let's just cap off the, actually no, if I just quickly put the corners in, the rooms are pretty much done. I just have to do the corners, the capstones of the corners. There we go. Capstones here and here, and then that's pretty much it for the layout. I'll just need to and this one and at the top, which is this one, like that. So, floors. That's pretty much our walls done. We could lock them off. Okay, onto our floors. The ground's pretty much, yep, that's pretty much done. So there we are. So that's just a big room. Let's do some interesting pattern. Oh, there we go. Now we need that one. And this piece here. So which one's that? That's that. And another interesting, these are the pink tiles over here. So go. So just to do these, I'll just quickly do the hallway. Goes all the way around. Just like that. And where was I? And done for the hallway. Now these rooms. So do I do? So I can go pink, 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 checker pattern. Or so where are the pink ones? Down here. Like so. Oh, didn't that drag in? And there. Now that's filling that in, so if we come and do the same checker pattern down here. So how did I... Yep, so go pink, black. Like that, and back up to these guys. That's like that. Cool. Just got these two rooms to put in, so I might mirror these, but again, checker pattern. So, but this time around, I'll do it so that the thick one is on the inside. Actually, that's wrong. We need the... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like that. That one. looks like that. And then the same thing in pink, with pink marble. So fill there. Fill that one. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Grabbing the wrong pieces. This one. And the last piece. There we go. So let's go view, zoom, fit image in window. There we go. So that's our map so far. So let's pop some doors in. So that's our floor done. So let's lock its position. That is our walls done. So let's pop into our feature. Okay, so now we want some doors. Where are our doors? Simple door. Here we go. Actually, hang on. Simple double door. That's the 2x2 section. Sorry, a 1x2. So there's that door. Now we're going to layer, transform, flip it vertically. Because I want to keep the hinge on the same side. Hinges over here, hinges over here. Okay. So image. No. I want layer, transform, rotate anti-clockwise. Put it down there. Image, transform, anti-clockwise, and then I'm going to flip it. Transform, flip. It goes in there. Put doors all the way around. These are all levers closed. And it should hinge here against the wall. It would be odd if it hinged out here. Let's go anti-clockwise. And then we need to flip this horizontally. Yep, that's in the right spot. That one goes in there. So we layer, transform clockwise. So he should go in there. Oh, actually, I can just duplicate this. Why didn't I think of that? Duplicate layer. Duplicate layer. And then have to flip it. There we go. And that's done. That map is completed. So let's save it. So where am I saving it? Into my projects. Projects, Dropbox. Projects. Where am I putting my endless dungeon? There we go. So this is a eastern side. So this is on the east side of the building. It's not an entrance, it's just a side. There we go. Let's just save out a export as not a PNG. A JPEG. Export. There we go. Okay, so that one's done. Oop. Let's just put its quality all the way up. And export. So that's ready for me to upload to the art assets browser so that my Patreons can grab it. But let's make another one. So hopefully, yep, there's my template I just made. Let's double check. It's 72 color. Excellent. So, actually, let me get rid of my calculator. Let's go back to the wilderness map tiles and use the large grassed areas, and I'll make an entrance this time. So let's use the big bits. So here's a 3x3. Oh, one thing I haven't done is I haven't turned on my grid, and I haven't turned on grid snap. There we go. So let's just quickly plop down. Oop, and actually I might need a bit of extra grass in the center, depending how I make it sort of come out. Grab another 3x3, fill this space in. There we go. So I'm going to have the eastern wall here, some sort of entrance in here. So how am I going to do that? So quickly make my folders. So this is the ground. And that's where all the grass goes. Then we have our floor, walls, and features. So let's just, oops, take the ground out, because they're all nested when they get created. Oh, come out. Drop that there, drop that there, and drop that back up the top. There we go. So that's our ground. So how are we going to do the actual entrance? So I'm going to drop back to map tile 6. Jump into the walls. Okay, so I do want to do steps into here. I might make it recessed? Question mark. what to do. So the wall is along here. I'll just quickly put these pieces in so that I remember that the wall is 2 blocks in. So let's view, zoom, fit to window. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Could have, because I want to do a 2x2 door. Have it coming up on. I might have these turn in. Curved walls, maybe? So if I do something like this, have it curved there, and have it curve back out in here. So then we have the wall come along there like that, and then so this is this center line. So then we have wall comes here, and then we have it cornerstones because it will stop. Like that, and it's going to need a cornerstone on the other side, like so. So this will be where the door goes, and then if I so we have this go here. So this comes here, so it's going to wiggle back around this way. So it's going to have that one there, and then this one here. Whoop. I'm in my ground folder. I should be in my walls folder. So this should come around like that. So where am I? So that's a wall. Okay, all these should be up here. There we go. Let's just lock off the ground for the moment. Okay, so, and I can add in windows. Windows are always good. Windows are your friend. So I might do that now. Oh no, they'll still be in the floor. Okay, so I've got pick layer selected. Let's get rid of this one. Go back to our walls, go to our 5-foot small windows. That will go there. And then we're going to have another one that'll go here. Same again. And then we'll have a large window here. Where's my big window? Big window, there it is. B for big. And the other side. and take out this bit. That's going to be a small window. Like that. But this should actually be in my walls. Okay, so pop that into walls. Because I keep the windows and walls because they include some of the floor. So that goes into my floor layer. Got to keep the layers separate. Separate but equal. Okay. Back to this. So we're going to have this guy go in there. This guy will go down here. Or actually, no, I can't. I've got to have these turn because I've got walls along here. No, I'm an idiot. Can't have that. This is why you can't have nice things. Because you're daft. Which one I want? I want... Hang on, no? Yes, that's what I want. So that goes there. Need this outer curve, which is that one. Like that. Then we need another outer curve here, which is this bit. Then I need just straight pieces and a turn, because that is where it connects to the next tile over. Just like so. And I'm using these chunky bits. There we go. I think that's looking pretty cool. And then I'll do a built-up steps here. And a double door. Pardon me. Oh, need a drink. There we go. Okay. So we grab our cornerstones. That's the wall coming round. Now I'm going to pop in the door while I'm thinking of it. Up. Simple double door. So, layer, transform, and anti-clockwise turn, and it goes there. So that is in our features. Good. Okay. So where to from here? So I should go and block in the wall around the edge. Which means I'll drop down to the walls. That goes there. So these go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there's going to be... Yeah, I'll have little rooms. Like that. One, two, three, 4, 5. And like that. Okay, so entrance, doorways. Do, 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 do. There we go. And around the other side. Just close off these walls. Like so. Like that. So just pop a cap on the end of that wall. And another cap. And same thing down here. There, like that. So, same thing coming up here. So instead of having a wall section come out, do a flat section. Like so. We'll then have doorways. That's that. Drop back to our walls and finish up the wall. Probably should put in some pillars too, because this is a large room, so probably good to have some support pillars. Like that. Okay, so I reckon support pillars here. So I'll make those by just using the circular. So I'm going to create a little folder, call it a pillar. Pop the cornerstone in it. Grab out the other curved ones. As that one. And that one. go. So that's our pillar. So if I then duplicate it, whoops. So duplicate layers. Duplicate it again. There we go. So it sort of helps create a bit of separation. Now, how to do out the front here. So that's all the walls done. Let's lock that down. I might change the grass, like put some dirt or something in there. Oh, that should be in there. Okay, so how to do the floor. So back out to our brickwork floor. So I'm thinking I'll do this. So I'll have this pattern come through the doorway. To make it turn back. Where is it? I need that one. And a top one over here. There we are. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have sort of steps. So the steps out the front here. So let's go to our staircase. Now I'll use the so if I have that, oops, I'm going over the top of my, why am I going over the top of my, oh that's right, because this is a, I'll put the staircase into a folder, call it steps, oops, S-T-E-P-S, not S-Y, and I'll put it down the bottom here. Hopefully means, yep, that goes under there. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I then need this piece to go there. That piece should go here. Oop. So side, which is these pieces. Good. That's how it's meant to look. Excellente. So I'll have this come in under here, but I'm probably going to use some, like a dirt texture or something. I think I've got a courtyard texture there. But anyway, let's quickly fill in the rest of the brick floor. So, not in my steps folder. So let's start down here. I am going to need to mask part of this folder because I'll have, you'll see it in a moment, a bit sticking out. There we go. So yeah, see this bit sticking out? So once I've got the whole floor in, I'll come back and mask out, see, sticking out, masking out those pieces. Like so. Now, I'll do an interesting, so I'll use this piece, use these. Like so. Down there. So make it come. Find the right pieces. So where's a turn? It's one of these. That's the one I want. Turns like that. And there we go. Can go there. So then all I need to do is connect up. And then up the top, it's these two pieces. There we go. Boom. And I'll just use these square dots. Fill that in. Like that. And just see, I'm going to need to mask this as well, because that's going to be having some poke through. And this is why I put this into a separate folder, is because this is going to have poke through, I'm actually going to put this into the grass layer, the ground layer. So let's take the steps and stick them in there. And then, which which means I don't have to worry too much about my masking. Okay, so that's do the same thing over this side. Oops. Go away. Don't want that. Go away. There we are. Down here. No. These pieces. That one and that one. And turn. Where's the turn? There we go. And a turn here, so I need... Which one is it? It's this one. Like that. And then turn back around. So that is... Well, there we are. And where's another turn? That one. Almost completed. There we are. So, 3 little dots have to go in. Almost done. The tricky bit will be doing this ground area and making it look good. Okay, that's that. So let's put in a mask. Grab our pencil. Make certain it's on black, because where white is where it sees through, black is where it masks it out. Oh, that's the problem. Having that there. I've got a way of fixing that. I have a way of fixing that. So if we grab this, and go edit, fill, and then grab this. Oops. Edit. Where is it? Fill. Yep. And same over this side. Cool. Select none. Okie dokie. So, how to do this? Okay, so I'm gonna lock these pieces. Do I need doors? Don't really need doors, but I'll whack in a door here and here, because, you know, why not? Courtyard floor. Yeah, I could do that out here. That would look pretty cool. I think that's what I shall do. So let's pop back. Okay, so doors. Doors. Simple door. Okay, let's pivot this around. Oops, wrong tool. Still in the selection tool. So I might flip that. Layer. Flip it horizontally. There we go. So I'm then going to go and duplicate it. Bring it down here. Then flip it vertically. There we go. I think that looks the way that we want it. Okay, so here's the fun bit. How to do this. Because so I've got the steps there. That's okay. Let's go and hide all the grass. In fact, let's get rid of the grass. Oh, not the steps. Get rid of the grass. Boom, gone. Okay, so let's go back up to that folder where we've got our courtyard. We've got a courtyard to old grass. Oops. So, how are we going to do this? So let's make a folder in our ground, call it the courtyard. And put the courtyard into it, the steps above the courtyard. Now this can come in, whoops, I forgot to do a bit more in my mask, these bits. Can't have them sticking out. There we go. Okay, so back to our courtyard. So we have that coming out here. And then we don't want it coming out, I only want it 2 by 2, so let's do this. So it comes back around and then back along again. So this one, like that. Yep. That's looking good. Just like that. So it sort of does that. And I'll do it over the other side. But I might make it start in here a bit more. So, where is... let's use this one like that, and then this one like that. Then have where is it? So have this at the right. No. Yes. Which piece to grab? I think it's this one. Do that. Yep. That's looking pretty good. So I want to have grass come around like this. And make it turn again. Which is... there. There we go. Okay, so, and then we fill in the courtyard surface. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Oops. So it will mean that I have to go and fix up my grass. But that's okay. We have a cool looking entrance. That's that done, and then add in our grass. So let's flip back to our wilderness map tile set. Down here. Grass expansion. And big grassed areas because I just want to quickly fill these in, so let's use the 2x2. There. Now I'm going to take these out of the courtyard. Just have them in the regular ground area. just some singles. Boom, boom, and one more. I think we are done. Oops. That looks like the map is completed. Let's just view in, zoom in a little bit to 100%. Scroll around. Yeah. I think it will do what we need nicely. Big entrance. Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, gotten a few ideas for building your own maps. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my website for the map tiles packs. And yeah, I'm building in GIMP. What you would do from here is you just go File, Export As, and save it out as a JPEG. So that way you can import into Fantasy Grounds, Foundry VTT, or Roll20, whatever your heart desires. Thanks for watching. Catch you next Monday for another map build. See you later.